So today we are going to talk about states of consciousness. We as humans are immortal beings, always passing through different states of consciousness. Why I call us immortal beings? Because the soul never dies. We may die in the mortal form, in the physical form, but as energy, as souls, we are immortal beings. And during this journey of ours on earth, we are always passing through various states of consciousness. Everything is a state of consciousness, whether it is happiness, joy, success, sadness, grief, money, health, happiness. Everything is nothing but a state of consciousness, and we pass through all these states of consciousness during our lifetime. Sometimes what happens is we deliberately choose a state of, we choose a state of consciousness, or sometimes we are put into a state of consciousness. For example, right now you may see me, Sushant SK, as this very calm guy who's talking to you in a very sane manner and maybe making sense. But maybe I head off from here and someone just pushes me or pushes me in the water, or just hurts me and throws me into a state of consciousness of anger. So it's never that a person is an angry person, is a happy person, or is a sad person. We are always passing through different states of consciousness of those emotions, of those state of consciousness. Whatever state of consciousness we may be in, we can always choose to leave that state of consciousness and enter a desired state of consciousness. Because the state of consciousness where we dominantly reside always determines our life. Our life is outpictured in the state of consciousness we are always living in. And that is why it is said that we can always deliberately enter the state of consciousness of our desire. Whatever we choose to desire in life, whatever we choose to become in life, we can enter that state of consciousness deliberately and just live it and imbibe that energy in us. Because when we do that, we basically claim ourselves to be that person, or claim our desire, that we are that person, or the desire is already mine. And this in a way changes our concept of self, which we call the self-image, because our life is always happening to us as per our beliefs and the image that we hold of ourselves in our mind. Also, when we imbibe that energy in us, we basically embody it. We embody our desire. We assume ourselves to be our desire, to have our desire. And then the universal laws of the universe, whether it is the law of attraction, the law of assumption, whatever is at work, will do its thing and the desire will come to us. But we need to imbibe it right now, enter that state of consciousness right now. And that is I amness, our I amness in us, which is the power of God, the name of God, Yahweh, I am. The meaning is I am. So when we enter that state of consciousness and we claim ourselves to be that person, I am dash, I am what I wish to be, what I desire to be. We are tapping into God's power, entering that state of consciousness and embodying and imbibing that energy and vibe, and then we just refract it. So we always have this free will to enter a state of consciousness or leave a state of consciousness. If right now you're in a sad state, or maybe you have lack of money, or you're not successful, we can choose to enter a state of consciousness of wealth, of success, of prosperity, and thinking from that mindset, even if we don't have it in the physical reality. But we can think ourselves to be that person, and gradually as we enter that state of consciousness, things in our physical life will start to change, manifest, create forms of energy. Everything will start happening for us, and we will eventually become that person. That is why knowing about the state of consciousness is really important, and deliberately choosing a state of consciousness and leaving your present state of consciousness without even criticizing it or judging it is what we need to do to create what we desire. Sushant Kumar, have a lovely